It's again a makeup class, right? I mean, our classes are always on Saturday and Sunday, 5 to 6 p.m. So we'll go back to the schedule after this week. So today's class that we have is the makeup class for this coming Saturday and Sunday. And from next week, we'll go back to our original schedule. So this Saturday and Sunday, you guys have no class. Feel happy about it. Have as much fun as you can because I'll catch hold of you all in the following weekend. All right? It's a good and bad news. Good news is no class this weekend. Bad news is you'll be again stuck with me in the following weekend onwards. So request everybody to keep their videos on. I feel more comfortable when I make eye contact with you guys and I'm able to make out whether the concepts are understood well or not. Stop playing with emojis, guys. Turn on your video. Okay. So, what are we going to learn today? Let's see what you guys remember. Yeah, Rav, go ahead.
When I watched the video, like you're talking about ratio and like the proportion unitary method.
That is history, long time ago. Recent past, we have started talking about expressions. Then, if I try recalling that from the previous class, we talked about equivalent expressions, prime factorization, and then we are moving on to dealing with equations with one and two variables. Yeah? So Gayatri. So let's hear out from Aryahi also. So I'll keep on putting some questions across to you guys just to understand what is the level of comfort we have with any topic, and then accordingly I can tailor my teaching. Okay. So never be shy of me. You anyways call me uncle, so I'll remain your uncle. Okay. So never be afraid of asking questions. Never ever think that okay, if I say something, what others will think. Nobody thinks everything here. This class is meant for all of us to learn something. Yeah. I end up learning something from you guys. So let's be open to learning and fearless about making mistakes. So everybody is clear about what is expression, right? If I say what is expression, everybody is clear? No? Yes? No? Suhina, you are giving two answers to get me confused. Yeah? Everybody clear about expression? So let me give you a very lame example that I've given 100 times before. This is my expression. I'm smiling right now, or I'm sad, or I'm upset, right? This is my expression. If I just give one expression the whole class, what will be the outcome? Zero. You will not learn anything. So, anything is called an expression when there is no outcome. Or, if I say 5 plus 9 equal to 14, this is my equation. I have an outcome. If I add these two things, this becomes my outcome. Say hello to her before you disappear. Are you joining the class or are you going for that?
I'll probably do it.
Huh?
I'll get my notebook out.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So, if you look at something like this, and I hope everybody can see the screen okay, right? Or there's some glare in the middle? There's a glare in the middle. The glare is right above this, here. Yeah? Did I cover the glare? Okay, I will not write where I see the glare. Okay, so if I say 9 plus 9 equal to 18, this is not an expression because there is an outcome. When you add 9 and 9, you get this as an outcome. Yeah? It is better than me smiling the entire class. You are getting an outcome. Yeah? So this, when you have an equal to sign, that is called equation. When you don't have the equal to sign, it is like your teacher smiling doing nothing. Expression. Yeah? Everybody clear? Gayatri, okay. Now we are going to talk about Arya clear? Myra clear? What clear? You did not hear me ask the question even. How would you be clear about the question itself? Okay. So, simple one-liner is, if I have an equal to sign, that's an equation. If I don't have the equal to sign, it is an expression. Okay? Now, so in the class today, we are going to talk about or practice more and more about equation with single variable and two variables. Yeah? Dikshita, where are you? Okay, everybody here. I want everybody's full attention. I'm your superstar for next 50 minutes, okay? So you'll only watch my movie, no other movie. Alright. So we are talking about equation with single variable and equation with two variables. Now some of you must be wondering, what is this deal all about? If I'm saying equation, that means I'm saying there is an equal to sign for sure. Now I'm saying x plus 9 equal to 15. That is when life starts getting a little complicated. Is it complicated? No? But regardless of whether it's complicated or not, our attempt will be to even simplify it further. And again, make sure that there is no distraction when we are in the class. Okay? We'll only play with math, no other game. Coming back. So if I have something like this, I am calling it an equation because I have an equal to sign. And there are some more observations that we are making here. What are those observations? Let's see how watchful you guys are. If I am saying I have written x plus 9 equal to 15, can somebody build a story and tell me what exactly is this? What do you see here in this equation? Yadvik.
Can I say like once upon a time or something?
No, not like that.
Okay.
Tell me, how would you read this?
I would read it like one day someone ate 9 lettuce. And then another guy ate another amount of lettuce. And the total amount of lettuce they ate together was 15. And now we need to figure out the amount of lettuce the other guy ate.
Okay, that's one version of the story. Let's see what. Okay, Aryahi, how would you read this? I mean, tell us two small, very simple, to the point story.
Blank plus 9 equals 15. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I'll probably give that little different narrative, but that will be similar lines. Let me hear everybody else, and I'll come back to you. Yes, Arab.
I'll be like, there's like 9 cars, and there's 15 cars total in the parking lot, and 9 of the cars are blue. How much cars are red then?
Okay. Suhina and Gayatri, I want to hear your story as well. You guys have to tell me a story. In the previous class also I was asking kids if I look scary by any chance, and the obvious response was no. If I don't look scary, then what is prohibiting you guys from talking about? You are spitting your brain out. Go ahead. Arya, tell me, how would you read it? Yes, Suhina, go ahead.
In the zoo, there were 9 animals.
Okay.
In total, there were 15 animals, but 3 of the animals were missing. So the zookeeper wants to find the rest of them.
All interesting different stories. Sandy and Celine, do you want to add something here? Dikshita, go ahead.
Total, there are 15 pencils, and then he gave other 9 pencils, and how many pencils are there with the other guy?
Yeah? That is another way of looking at it. Yeah, Sandy and Celine. Go ahead.
A person has total of 15 plants. 9 of them are roses. What is the amount of plants which are not roses?
Yeah? Interesting stories. Yeah? So, see again, math is not a subject. it is a life skill. We deal with that every day. Here, when I read this, when I kind of borrow all the stories, how do I read this? I have something which I don't know, and I have something that I know. If I add these two things together, I get 15. Now it be plant, it be chocolates, it be number of dollars, it be number of houses, it might be number of elephants you have. Yeah, anything. It could be anything. Depending on the situation, it will come to that. But the simplest reading from this is that, okay, I have an equation where I have some knowns and some unknowns. Here, this is known. 9 will remain 9 till the eternity. Okay, 9 is going to not change to 8.5 or 8.9. Okay, so 9 will remain 9 forever. 15 will remain 15 forever. That's why they are called constants. These are constants. And this is something that is not known. It could vary depending on how you are dealing with them. Okay. So it is a very stupid example could be x is like your height. When you guys have opportunity to grow, 9 and 15 is like my height, which is not going to increase any further. I'm done. Okay. So on a serious note, these are called constants and this is called variable. So if I define this as an equation is made of three things. Some constants, like you see here, some variables, like you see here, and some operands, like plus or minus or multiplication or division. So that's what constructs an equation. Does that make sense to everybody? Vasundhara? Arihan? Sammy?
Yeah. Sorry, sir, I'm a little late.
That's okay. But are you guys able to relate to what I'm saying? And trust me, I'm going to go back to these concepts over and over again, so much so that you guys will get tired of me and tired of the concept as well. But let's continue. So now the basic definition is, if you say an equation, the first thing that should come to your mind is an equation is made of some constants, some variables, and some operands. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So that's how any equation is made of. Now let's look at this equation, x plus 17 equal to 25 versus x plus 2y minus z equal to, sorry, let me not rush so much, equal to 37, and x plus y minus z equal to 49. If I give a situation like this, what will be your reading from this? This is an equation with one variable. Here is a constant, Only thing that is not known, which we will call as a variable, is 1. So this is an equation with one variable. If you look at this guy, what do you see? You have, this is a constant, this is also a constant, but that is multiplied with another thing which is not known. This is one variable and this is other variable. So this is an equation with two variables. Look at this guy, we are talking about equation with three variables, 1, 2 and 3. A good landing point? Good starting point? Okay. Now, if I say that I have given you guys an equation x plus 17 equal to 25. Let's look at the first equation. If I say from this equation find out the value of x. Can you find it out? Yeah. If I say x plus 7y equal 17 equal to 25. Find out the value of x. Everybody can find it out? We will try finding it out as well. But if I'm in a very mischievous mood and I say x plus 3y equal to 18, now have fun with it and then tell me the value of x and y both. Can you find it out? No, I mean, don't try solving it. Think. I'm here to make you guys think. Solving is something that you guys will do any day. Okay? But for now, just think about it. I gave you guys one situation that, okay, x plus 17 equal to 25. From this, find out the value of x. That would have been easy peasy. Now, I'm saying no. Forget about the previous equation. That was a mistake. This is actually the problem. Can you solve it and give me the value of x and y? What will be your response? What will be your story? Arav, I will not ask you because you have heard this story so many times. Let me check what Arihan wants to say.
I mean, you can't really make a story out of it because there's two variables with only one answer.
Okay, I heard you, but and again a request to each one of you would be that my questions are not complicated. It just needs some thoughtful evaluation of how your brain is processing that. So I'm more interested in figuring out how are you looking at the information and interpreting it. Sami, Suhina, give me your story. Tell me, if I give you this situation, say okay fine, I have x plus 3y equal to 18, meaning x and y are two variables which I don't know and I'm trying to figure it out. If I have something like this given to us, what would go in your mind? What would you do with it?
So by story you mean like making a word problem?
Even forget about that. I'm saying when I give you this question, say okay, x plus 3y equal to 18, find out the value of x and y. And then right after you hear the question, what starts cooking up in your mind? That's what I'm interested to know.
Well, I think of how to break it down.
You have to work it down. Arya, any idea? No idea? There is one company in India called Idea. It says an idea can change your life. That's the slogan of that company. But anyways, here the question is, what goes in your mind? Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking that it might be, I don't really understand because the x and y could equal anything.
Yeah, it's a variable, it could be anything. I mean, unless till we don't find it, it's still a variable. It could be anything based on how we approach it. Okay, let's hear Dikshita also. Yeah, Dikshita.
Since we're multiplying 3 times the y, we're gonna divide 8. Since we're multiplying, the opposite of the multiplication is division, we're gonna divide by 3.
Mm-hmm.
And 18 divided by 3 is 6. So, and then we're gonna do minus 3 to the equal is
Okay,
equal to 0.
I don't think I'm catching anything here. You are trying to get me confused with a lot of jargons here. Okay, let's see what Arav says. Yeah, Arav, go ahead.
To be honest, there's actually many possibilities because I can do 3 times 6, it can be 18. I can do 3 times 5, 15 plus x can be 3. I can do 3 times 4,
See,
12.
there's a big blunder that you guys are doing, okay? You guys are assuming that your teacher is super intelligent, which is not the case.
There's many possibilities for it.
Okay, so I'm saying you guys are assuming that I'm super intelligent and I can follow each and every point that you guys say. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Now, this will be my starting point. Vasundhara, Sandrine, Celine, anybody has any point of view before I move on? No? Arihan? No other thoughts, right? Okay, let me look at this. Now, when I look at this equation versus this equation, okay? Let's forget about this for a little bit. Here in this equation, I have x plus something equal to 15. If I have to find out the value of x, I know, okay, something plus x gives me 15. So if I subtract this thing from 15, I get the value of x straight away. This is an equation with one variable. This is an equation with two variables, and your first response to my every question would be that if I have one equation and I'm trying to solve for two variables, I cannot do that. I see a new kid here. Okay, that is Satvik. What's your name, beta? Satvik only, right? I cannot see you properly. Okay. Okay. Alright. So I'm saying when you have a situation like this, this is an equation with two variables, as you can clearly see. One variable here, one variable here. If I have stomach to digest food, I can digest food only for one person. If you stuff my stomach with food for 4 people, my stomach is not capable of doing that. So is the case with the equation also. In any equation, one equation can solve it only for one variable. If you have more than one variable, it cannot solve. It will surrender and say, okay, this will lead to indigestion. Your stomach is not equipped to digest food for 2 people. You need two stomach to digest food for 2 people. And then that would mean you would need 2 equations. So if you have 2 variables to solve for, you need 2 equations. And we'll come to that, okay? Let's not worry about it for now. But if you are given one equation to solve for 2 variables, just surrender and say, okay, solve it yourself. I am not capable of doing it, or I am not equipped to do it. Like your stomach will surrender, say, no, I cannot digest it. Same way you will say, if anybody wants me to solve 2 variables within one equation, I cannot do it. I need 2 equations at least, like 2 stomach for digesting food for 2 people. Does that make sense conceptually? Sandrine, Celine, Arya, Sammy. Was this a good analogy? Saying digesting food for 2 people needs 2 stomach? Yeah? Same thing. 2 variables, 2 equations. One equation cannot do that. So, extrapolate that. If you have to solve for 3 variables, you need 3 equations at least. If you have to solve for 4 variables, you need 4 equations at least. Simple, very simple thing. 1 for 1. Okay? Now let's move on. Now, if I ask you guys, 5x plus, okay, let's solve 2, 3 equations real quick. X plus 15 equal to 37. 2x minus 5 equal to 15. 3 by 2x plus 9 equal to 17. I want you guys to find out the value of x from this equation. This is the first problem. Find out the value of x from this equation. This is the second problem. And find out the value of x from this one. This is the third problem. And I want to see how comfortable you guys are doing it. Let me read the question for you guys one more time. The first question is x plus 15 equal to 37. Solve it for x, meaning find out the value of x from the first problem. Second problem is 2x minus 5 equal to 15. Solve it for x and find out the value of x in the second problem. Third equation is 3 by 2x plus 9 equal to 17. Solve it for x. Can I? Yep. Yeah, Gayatri.
Is it 2x minus 5 or divided by
2x minus 5.
Okay.
Has everybody noted down the questions? Everybody as in everybody. Vasundhara, Sandrine, Celine, Sammy, Arihan. Sammy, Arya.
Yes, sir, writing it down.
Okay. So I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Till that time I'll take a quick nap. Yes, Arav. I'll come to you. Give me 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds before I get kicked out from my own meeting. Yes, Arav.
So for the first one, I got x equals 22.
Okay.
For the second one, I got x equals 9.
Okay.
For the third one, I got 14.
Okay. And this is 2x minus 5 equal to 15, right? That's what you are.
Oh, my bad. Actually,
My bad also. I did not write it well. Yes, Arihan.
Wait, can you repeat the third problem?
3 by 2x plus 9 equal to 17.
Again.
Gayatri.
For number 1, I got 22. For number 2, I got 10.
Okay.
And then I just do number 3.
Okay. Yeah, Adam, you correct your answers if you want to.
I took my answer to 10.
You want to change it then? Okay. Dikshita.
For the first one, I got 22. For the second one, I got 10. For the third one, I got 8.
8. Okay. Let's see what. Sami and Celine, what did you get? Sami. Yeah.
First, second one. So for the first one, I got 22. And for the second one, I got 10.
Okay. Okay.
And we're still solving the third one.
Okay. How about you, Suhina? You had raised your hand, I believe. Yes, Advik.
So your head's covering like the third equation.
You want to remove my head? I'll become a headless teacher then. Okay. Are you guys close to being done?
I'm still solving the third one. Me
Okay.
too.
Okay. Yes, Arihan. Go ahead. Arihan, you must be talking to the mute button this far. I cannot hear you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was mute.
Yeah.
For the first one, I got 22.
Mm-hmm.
For the second one, I got 10.
Mm-hmm.
For the third one, I got 5.36.
Okay. Okay. 5.33 or 5.66?
3.
Okay. Yadvik.
For the first one, I got 22. The second one, I got 5. And the third one, I got 5.3 infinity.
Okay. Yeah, Gayatri.
I got a 6 for the last.
How much is that?
5.33 infinity.
Okay. Samuel, Celine,
Yeah, for the last one, I got 5.3.
Dikshita.
Oh, for the third one, I would like to change my answer to 16 over 3.
16 over 3. Yeah.
And for the first one, I got x over 22. For this, x equals 22. For the second one, I got x equals 10. And for the third one, I got x equals 5.333.
Okay. Vasundhara, how about you, beta?
For the first one, I got 22.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, I got 10. And the third one, I got 5.3 repeating.
Okay. How about you, Arya?
For the first one, I got 22. For the second one, I got 10. I did not solve the third one yet.
Okay.
For the first one, I got 22. The second one, I got x equals 10. And then the third one, I got 5.3.
Okay.
So on.
Okay. So, Sami, Suhina,
Yes, sir.
what is your answer, beta?
I didn't really get the problem, sir.
Okay. How about you, Suhina?
Yeah, I can't really understand it.
Okay. So I will break it down and make it as simple as it can be. Now let's look at one problem, okay? Let me write down the questions, and all of you most of you got the right answer only, but I'm not trying to repeat what you guys did. I'm going to tell you guys or give you guys a method to the madness, okay? So I've written the second and third problem so that I can focus on the first one. So now let's look at this problem alone. So Sami and Suhina, just for you guys to get comfortable with this. This is the equal to sign. This is the wall between two countries. Okay? The equal to sign is like a wall that you have to jump. Okay? So if you jump the wall, if you have a positive here, meaning if you have a plus here, that becomes minus. If you have minus here, it becomes plus. Regardless of which way of the wall you are crossing. If you are crossing from here to here, positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive. That's one thing. Yep. Similarly, if you make something jump from this side to that side, if it's a multiplication, that becomes division or vice versa. That's the rule of thumb. Yep. Now, the most important thing that you guys, the thing is you guys know how to solve it. But there's one concept called isolation of properties. Okay? Isolation of properties is the technique that is used for solving these problems. I hope mosquitoes are not bothering you. Are they?
Yeah, I'm allergic to bug bites.
Okay.
I'm fine though.
You're fine?
It's okay.
Because when I close the garage and then turn on the AC, then the problem will be gone. But that's
okay.
You'll have a little less light. Okay, so here I have this thing, an equation. When I'm trying to solve it, what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to come to a point where I have x equal to something. That is my future state or my desired state. Yeah? So Ina, Sami, okay with that? From this situation, I'm trying to come to this place. And how do I get there? If I knock off this 15, get rid of the 15, that is what will help me solve this problem. Yeah? And that is what will help me get to this desired state. Yeah? So I have to make this guy cross the border with valid visa. Okay? I have to make this guy cross the border, meaning jump over this equal to sign. And here it's a plus. When this guy jumps the border, this plus becomes minus. So now you all know how to subtract 15 from 37. This is the answer that everybody got. So that means, look at this story, okay? Now look at the story. I had x plus 15 equal to 37. I'm saying, okay, fine. That means x will be equal to, I'm moving this guy to the other side, so 37 minus 15. Or that means x will be equal to 37 minus 15 is 22. We got to this state. Simon, Suhina with me, beta? Arya, Simon, Celine. I know this might be sounding a little boring to you guys, but this is the crux of this thing. This is called isolation of properties or isolation of quantities, whatever you call it. You are trying to isolate this guy. Somebody whose value you are trying to find out, you want to quarantine this guy by keeping it on one side of the equal to sign and everything else on the other side so that you say, okay, x equal to something. Yeah? So what did we do? We isolated this guy. Said, okay, on one side of equal to, I'll have only x. Everything else goes to the other side. And that is exactly what we'll try to do for every problem that we try solving. So, Ina, okay? Sami, okay?
Yes, sir.
Anybody who's feeling sleepy because of me? Yes,
Yes,
Satvik. Yes, Satvik.
Can I go to the bathroom?
100%. Alright. So what is done? So this one is done. So again we'll use the same quarantine technique like you guys all saw, experienced, learned in COVID days. We'll quarantine the variable on one side and make sure that it has no companion to get infected by it. Okay. So let's look at it. Second problem, 2x minus 5 equal to 15. This is what we want to do. And what we want to, where we want to get? we want to come to a point where we'll have something like this, x equal to something. Okay? And remember this. Let me ask you guys a question. You guys started from which grade? When did you start going to school?
8th grade. Oh, kindergarten.
Kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, and that journey will continue, right? Nobody went to 3rd grade and then to 1st grade and then to 7th grade, right? Nobody did that kind of a thing.
No, sir.
Okay. At least nobody went backward for sure. So what I'm trying to convey here is it's always one thing at a time, one step at a time, one grade at a time. Okay. So here also same thing. We want to get here, but from this if I jump and say okay x equal to 15, nobody will believe me actually. It's like a student from nursery saying that I know all the concepts of 10th grade. From nursery you went to 10th grade. Here you jumped so many steps. We will not do that. That is unethical, illegal, undefined, whatever you call it. So here, was there feedback for me?
Why is it illegal?
No, nobody will be put behind the bars, but I'm saying this is illegal as per the math concepts. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now here, so as I said, we'll do one thing at a time. Meaning if I'm trying to isolate x to get the value, what I'll do is, okay, fine. My story starts now. Okay, I'll just keep 2x on one side. Let me move this guy first, one step at a time. So 15. If this guy moves to other side of the wall, what it becomes? Suhina, what does minus 5 become? If I'm just trying to move this guy here to here.
I can't hear you, sir.
I'm saying I had 2x minus 5 equal to 15. So what I did was, in the first, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So,
It becomes what? 15 and what?
50 minus,
Sami, what does it become? What happens to this 5?
wait, if you move what, sir?
If I'm moving minus 5 from this side to other side of the wall, what happens?
It becomes 15 minus 5, resulting in 5.
Suhina,
So, it's gonna be added to 15,
it becomes 15 plus 5.
yeah, that's right.
Minus becomes plus, plus becomes minus when you make it cross the boundary, okay? Make it cross the equal to sign. So, this minus became plus. So, I'm continuing with my story, okay? So, this means 2x equal to 15 plus 5 is 20. I haven't gotten to a place where I wanted to be. Meaning, I wanted to get here. I'm still at x, 2x equal to something. Somebody is asking me what is the price of 1 pound of potato, and I'm saying 5 pound is $8. Yeah? So, yeah, Gayatri, saying something?
Sorry, sir, that was nice.
No worries. So, now that means I want to keep x on this side and everything else should move. Now here when I have 2x, meaning 2 times x, 2 into x. Like I said, plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. Multiplication becomes division, division becomes multiplication when you make it cross the boundary. So this guy, when this is multiplication, moves to other side, becomes division. So 20 divided by 2. Now tell me who doesn't know what this value would be. Everybody does, right? 20 by 2. Sami, Sohina, is it making sense to you guys now? Are you able to relate to this story?
Yes, sir.
Good fairy tale?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So x becomes 10. That is what everybody got. We'll extend the same journey, same storytelling to the third problem also. And again look at this. See, when you're trying to work on a problem, you have to have 2 things in mind. One is, what are you trying to achieve? And what is the way for doing it? What are you trying to achieve is the question, is something that the question will tell you. How you will do it will be based on what are the concepts that we know. Okay, now let's look at it. Third problem is 3 by 2x plus 9 equal to 17. Sami, tell me what will I do first?
Sir, can you repeat that?
My question is, I'm solving the third one. 3 by 2x plus 9 equal to 17. What is the first thing I will do?
So when you're converting proper fraction to a mixed number,
Don't do that. Don't do that. You do one step at a time. See, what you're trying to do. Let's envision this in our mind. We are trying to get here. X equal to what? Break it down to steps. Okay, what I will do is, I will first move this to this side, and then I will move 3 by 2 to other side as well. Okay, this will be 2 steps.
okay.
So my first step is, okay, my only goal is to quarantine this guy X. I don't want X to be friend with anybody. Okay? I don't want X to be friend with anybody. I want him to die alone.
Oh, okay.
X, only X, okay? So for that to happen, I will first move this guy. Minus this 9 has to be moved so that he has less friends now. So when I move this 9 to that side, what it becomes? Suhina, do you remember what will it become?
What's it?
When you move this plus 9 to other side of the wall, what happens?
Oh, we are gonna add 17 to 9.
You will not add.
No, we'll turn it into a negative.
Negative. Your plus becomes minus.
So when you move the numbers, it'll become the opposite operation.
Opposite operation. So, or you can see, okay, what is next to this?
It makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, thankfully it makes sense. Okay, let's move on. So now, I'm continuing with my story. So next step is 3 by 2x. See how simple I am in my approach. I'm saying, okay, 3 by 2x to 17 minus 9. Okay, I'm not trying to rush for it. Oh, 17 minus 9 is what? 8? 8?
Never mind, sorry.
So now I have come to a point where I have 3 by 2x equal to 8. What I'm trying to find out is this. I want to make sure that x is alone. Okay, x is having COVID right now. I want to make sure that there is nobody with x to get infected. What I will do? See, here I have 3 into x by 2. I will move one thing at a time. So I'll say 3 into x. Let's knock up the division thing. What happened? So I have 3 by 2x equal to 8, meaning 3 into x by 2. So let's do one thing. Let's move only one number at a time, like I said. So if this is division by 2. By 2. If it crosses the border, it becomes multiplication. Or other thing you can remember is, it's like a butterfly. When you're moving the multiplication thing, if you have 3 by 5x, if you're moving 5 across this thing, this moves like this goes to the top. This comes to the bottom. It's like a butterfly, crisscross. Whenever it crosses, when you are dealing with a multiplication situation, this is what happens. It moves like a butterfly. Now here, so I'm moving 2, so this will go crisscross, will go to the top. From division to become multiplication. So that means 3 times x equal to 8 times 2, 16. Yep. So you're now signing with me?
Yes, sir.
Now I have 3x. I want to get to this state. That means I have to knock off 3. And 3x means 3 times x. So if I keep only x on one side, it becomes, see, this is again multiplication, crisscross. So multiplication, division, crisscross, addition, subtraction, change the sign. Okay? So here, if I am keeping only x on this side, meaning I am making the 3 move, it is multiplication here, goes down. 16 by 3. That is where everybody got 5.33333333, and you can go as far as, depending on how much time you want to waste. Yep. Are we all clear about it?
Yes, sir.
So for most of you who have dealt with this in the past, there was nothing new about it. But why I wanted to emphasize and solve it for all of you was that there's only one concept that you have to keep in mind when it comes to solving equation. and that is called isolation of quantities. Okay. Ultimately, whatever you do, you are trying to isolate so that you will say, okay, this equal to something, this equal to something. When you are dealing with variables and when you are trying to solve for the variables, your ultimate goal is to make sure that you are isolating everything else which is next to the variable, so that you have only the variable that you are trying to solve it for on one side, everything else on the other side of the wall. And how you do it? Plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, and you can move the numbers both ways depending on what is convenient for you. Okay, when you solve more problems, you will see more occurrence of that, but you can move it both ways. Plus multiplication, division, move this way, addition, subtraction, changes sign. Okay, is everybody with me so far? So isolation of quantities is what was our pick of the day. Okay, and that will hold true for solving any equation, be it a linear equation, be it a quadratic equation, be it an equation with multiple variables, be it a polynomial, be it anything in that for that matter. Ultimately, our all attempt would be to isolate the variable from the constants to be able to solve for the variable. A moment of silence to get an affirmation from everybody. Are we all aligned, in agreement, convinced,
Yes, sir.
irritated with the concept as well? Now, anybody irritated with the concept? I saw some thumbs up.
A little bit.
A little bit irritated. But why irritated with the concept? What did the concept do? What happened?
She's thirsty.
Go and get. Okay, if you are thirsty, go and grab water.
I have.
Oh, you have it? Okay, alright. Okay, so, all jokes apart, serious fact is that when we are dealing with equations, be it a equation with one variable, two variable, three variable, four variable, or different types of equation, depending on what all we are going to come across, the only concept that prevails is, or the only approach that prevails is, how do we eliminate or isolate the variable to be able to find the answer for the variable. And as it is very evident, right, that if I say I solve for y, okay, I solve for y and y square by 9 equal to 8. If I say I solve for it, nobody will trust me because I have not solved it. It still has a lot of things to solve. If I say that I have solved for y or z, whatever it be, only when I come to a point where I have a fixed or a constant value on the other side of equal to sign. I will not say that I have solved for z where it is equal to 16 by x. This is not solved yet. Yeah. So our goal is to get to a point where I have variable on one side and a full-blown constant on the other side. That is the desired state for us to solve any equation and every equation regardless of number of variables that we have. Now let's do a quick acid test. I have got some acid and that is called sulfuric acid. I'm saying let's do some acid test. And acid, as you guys know, acid is a very dangerous substance that is used mostly for cleaning out the very robust dirt. Acid. So I will keep saying things in the accent that I have learned, and you guys have to understand and follow it and correct me if I go wrong. Now I'm saying 4x plus minus 3y plus z equal to 15. Solve it and tell me the answer for this. I will let Advik speak after 5 minutes. Advik, hold it. I have a hunch that you know the answer. I want everybody else to. Arav also wait.
Oh, sir,
Yeah, yes, Ami.
I have a small question. Since we have two operations here, would we move the first one and then the second one?
You can always do one at a time, right?
Oh,
Yeah, Dikshita.
like, if there are like three variables, it's like, can we not like solve it or?
So I see. I mean, obviously, I want you guys to be disciplined, be as nice as possible. Don't fight with me. Don't plan to hurt me. But that doesn't mean that you cannot argue with me with a valid reasoning. So this question was given to you guys with an intent to make you think and counter back with an argument, with a valid argument. Don't say that why you have less hair. That's not a good argument. The argument has to be with respect to the question. So I'm again going back to the same question. So don't try solving it, guys. You guys are defeating this basic methodology that I have tried to inject in all possible ways in your brain. Read the question enough, analyze, meaning make all your thoughtful decisions, and then you come to Nike, which says just do it. Read, analyze, and then do it. Why I'm seeing you guys jump to the third step straight away? That is not a good idea. I gave you guys a question. What did I say? Let's do an acid test.
Just to analyze.
Yes, I told you guys let's do an acid test, meaning I'm trying to figure out how convinced are we about the concepts that we have learned and how much we are carrying it with us. So the question was meant for making you guys think about it. What was the first statement I made when we started the class? Or what was the first interpretation we drew? We had drawn in the beginning of the class that if I have one variable, one equation is enough. If I have an equation with two variables, I need two equations. So you are early for your class. You'll have to. Yeah, obviously you can stay here. If you have three variables, you need minimum of three equations. It goes back to the theory that I have given you guys, saying that you need as many stomach for digesting the food for as many people. I have given you only one stomach and I'm stuffing it with food for 3 people. What would it lead to in digestion? Yeah?
So,
Your response would be, sir, one equation is not enough to solve for 3 variables. As simple as that. Kill that question there itself. Yep. Why you want to get stressed out and think too much about it? I will keep on insisting always that no matter how old you guys become, how many gray hairs you develop, your basic concept would not change. And that basic concept is what I'm talking about. Okay? It's not that this concept would change by the time you go to college. Nope. It has not changed for me even after 49 years. Why would it change for you guys? Will it? Do you guys think it will change?
No.
No. So be brave, be honest, be confident, and argue with me with right reasoning. Trust me, I would love that. That was my intent for asking this question itself. Okay? With that being said, I will let you guys go. Enjoy rest of your evening. I'm giving you guys a break 5 minutes early so that you feel a little happy about it. Aram and Advik, I did not let you answer it because I knew you know the answers. Okay? Because we have talked about it in the past. Unless you guys think that you have forgotten. Anyways, if you had forgotten, you heard it again from me. Yep? Alright. With that being said, I will let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll come back to haunt you guys next Saturday.